What are some skinny people problems? My personal favorite: you can't be diabetic, you're skinny. Oh, thanks random man at the gas pumps. I'll let my pancreas know immediately. Edit. I used to wear a visible constant glucose monitor, which is recognizable to other diabetics, especially those that were recently diagnosed. I get questions that I'm usually happy to answer, but sometimes people are rude. Hopefully that answers like 60% of the questions I'm getting. What a strange comment. Every type 1 diabetic I've ever known was skinny. Of course, the ones I didn't know. I didn't know. Always having to sit in the middle seat of the car. Ugh. I'm average height, but slim. My legs have nowhere to go, and the assumption is that I take up no space, so I can't even wrangle my feet into the spaces on either side of that middle bump without hassling the people to give me room. If you get into a head-on crash and your feet are up on that bump, your knees will smash into your face. It also doesn't really make room, it just makes the larger people safer. I have no momentum. But we can accelerate faster. When you try to push a door quickly, you know those which can swing back and forth, but the door says nope. That's the weirdest thing about being one of the bigger college students. I have to be really careful when walking around campus, because if a skinny boy/girl came around a corner too quick, the odds of them being able to stop me were low. Friends lifting you to show how easy it is to do so. Especially when you tell them to put you down and they joke about dropping you. If I hit my hip on a table or something as I'm walking by, it hurts a lot and leaves a bad bruise. My ass hurts after sitting for too long. That's about it. Those hip bruises are no joke. I used to be fat as F. Now I'm skinny, and the most apparent difference is I get cold much faster. Doesn't matter how I layer up. Definitely much less warm than I used to be when I was fat, but there's another layer to this weirdness. I'm significantly warmer when I'm slowly bulking up for weightlifting, and significantly colder when I'm cutting down. It's really weird. ETA additional layer of weirdness, the fire is often concentrated in my core and doesn't necessarily propagate fully to my extremities. This causes odd logistical problems to arise when trying to figure out proper blanket application to warm extremities whilst also allowing proper airflow to refrigerate the core. Finding pants that fit, for a guy. Yup. Good luck trying to find 28 by 32 jeans. Edit. Thanks for all the responses. Wow. I am in the US and a 28-inch waist size just doesn't seem to exist in most stores. I have a few pairs of 29s I found at Old Navy, and I can wear those with a belt. 26 too tight. 28 falls down when I walk. I hate belts. I have a bunch of 27s I found years ago and hold on to them for dear life. Yeah, I've got a 29-inch waist. I am in the men's section. Waist sizes start at 32. 30 times 34 here. Shopping sucks. I end up getting 32 times 34 and try to shrink them. Then again, the Levi's I buy all fit differently depending on the color. So strange. I have 4 pair of Levi 511s. A black, a typical jeans color, a light gray, and a khaki color. All 4 are 32 times 34s and all fit very differently when I bought them, not even before I washed them. Very frustrating. Edit. For anyone with the same problem. I've gotten a few great replies supporting Wranglers, Gap, and some very satisfied Uniqlo folks and a bunch of American Eagle fans. I've got some shopping to do. Dude, what is up with that? I have 4 pairs of 513s and they all fit wildly different. Mass-produced jeans first start out like a cookie cutter. Jeans, shape is cut into a bunch of stacked denim. The taller the stack, the cheaper the jeans. Because of how the fabric stack reacts to the pressure, the jeans at the bottom are cut different than the jeans at the top despite the cookie cutter having a solid shape. Wow, today I learned. Also, most jeans get dyed indigo no matter the final wash. They are then washed until you get the color or wash pattern you want, which also changes the fabric and causes size differences between colors of the same brand or even model. Even not skinny women can relate to that. If your waist is enough smaller than your hips or chest, most clothing stores don't think you exist, so it's a choice between being pinched up top and bottom, or having your middle drowned in fabric. Fashion isn't kind to anyone with a non-standard body type. It hurts to sit too long. I felt this in my tailbone. Okay, so that's why my ass hurts after an hour of sitting. Good to know. Also, apparently we get cold easily. I'm cold all the time, but I thought it was like that for everyone. Also, my goddamn lower right back hurts like 30% of the entire day. Edit. Wow, I woke up to 54 replies, did not expect that. Thank you to everyone for the helpful comments. It seems like this isn't as normal as I though, and people have suggested seeing a chiropractor physical therapist, so I will look into that. WTF. I'm learning things and my daily annoyances now make sense. I'm 5'11" 135 and come from a relatively heavy-set family. Parents are often just genuinely confused about how my body works. Yes. But I guess I never realized this was a skinny thing. I just thought sitting too long maybe your ass hurt. I genuinely thought that was a normal thing. Never though that it had anything to do with being skinny. You know the amusement park rides with the plastic seats with no cushions? Those literally bruise me. You know the amusement park rides with the plastic seats with no cushions that spin around and press everyone in the car up against the UN cushioned sides? Those bruise me and anybody unfortunate enough to be riding in the same car as me. Being bony and sharp when being hugged. I've learned that if you get into Muay Thai, being bony and sharp is a huge plus. I learned that in karate. It would hurt me to block punches with my wrist, but it hurt them a whole lot more. I've been doing it wrong all this time? I kept using my face. Aha. My face to your foot style. How'd you like it? I must apologize for Wimplo. We have purposely trained him wrong, as a joke. My elbows and shins were rightfully feared when I was practicing. You skinny bastards. Especially the new guys who flare their elbows out when they try to check kicks. So many dents in my shins from those elbows. One of the most devastating moments of college was when my crush went to lay her head in my lap and she declared I needed to gain weight so I could be comfortable. Same. Multiple times, different people, same dialogue after leaning on my shoulder. Dude, there is nothing, no cushion. Just bone. Me, thank you I guess. All the shirts that look good on the mannequin turns out to have pins in the back. And the shirt on the mannequin is the last/only small size they have in stock, leaving none for you to even try on. I have taken clothing from the mannequin. I'm like, bro, you're wearing my size and the secret is tailoring. You too can look like the mannequin with the secret pins, just get the clothing tailored. Edit. Yes, please do ask for help before undressing a mannequin. I have never undressed one surreptitiously. I didn't discover the words fitted or athletic fit until I was in my 30s. It's become the most helpful aspect of clothing shopping as a 6'2" 175-pound man who is all leg and arm. The shame is that I still have to roll my sleeves up though because nothing goes to my wrist unless it's made to fit a hippo. The stupid logic of manufactured clothing sizing of taller equals fatter. But at least I'm not wearing boxy belly shirts anymore. You'd be in luck in Sweden because every clothing item here seems adapted to that particular build. Especially if it's slim fit. If you don't like baggy clothes, good luck finding something that will fit you. I've resorted to buying my clothes from Europe because I can never find clothes that have the slim fit I'm looking for in Canada or the USA. Pull and bear jeans are my go-to jeans. They fit how I want and are cheap. My girlfriend had to resort to buying clothes from Asian counties. For example, she told me a small in USA is like a large in China. I'm 6'2" and lived in Japan. Can confirm Asian large is not the same thing. This is the entire reason I learned to sew. I now tailor all my own clothes to fit me. Having to make extra holes in your belt. Obviously a first world problem, but kind of a pain in the ass nonetheless. Edit. I know it's a universal issue everywhere lol. You don't have to mention it again. What I meant was that it's such a small issue in the grand scheme of things. Also, thanks for the cool solutions. This was actually pretty fun. I've got one of those clicker belts. Man, they are awesome. Perfect fit every time. Ratcheting belts are god tier, and I feel sorry for anyone who doesn't have one. When I made the switch, it was like going from boxers to boxer briefs for the first time. Wow, you ate all of that? With gusto. What people don't get is that it's not daily that I pig out and move and lift enough that my metabolism can handle it. When I ran 8 miles every other day, I ate a F-ton. People would comment that I must have had an amazing metabolism because of how much I ate versus my size. Yeah, dudes. I worked the calories off later. Paired with when was the last time you ate a steak? Or you look like you could use a sandwich from people who haven't seen you eat. People call you weak all the time. Edit. This is by far the most successful post I've ever made. I am humbled by the amount of upvotes, rewards, and comments that you all have left. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and gratitude. You are all awesome. Thank you again. Yup. Bartend and people stare in awe when I carry 2 whole 24 packs of beer to stock. If I had $1 for the number of times I've heard, "Do you need help with that?" I probably wouldn't have to bartend anymore. Edit. On the other hand, a lot of my regulars bring food in for me very often. Nice little bonus. My mother's a farm girl, and I get my skinny jeans from her. She was telling me the other day about how a guy asked if she needed help with a 20 bag of cat food at the store. She replied no, but after this I'll be loading up 800 pounds of grain that you're welcome to help with. I've learned to only ask old women whether they need help carrying things. Was having a bad day and was struggling to lift a case of bottled water in the cart when a lady behind me says, "Let me help you, sir," and proceeded to put it in my cart like it was a box of Kleenex. Very humbling when you're a guy. I'm a skinny guy in the trades. I'm not heavy enough to do a lot of stuff. Edit. I've been getting a lot of questions, so I figured I'd answer some up here. I'm an HVAC apprentice. One of my biggest difficulties is getting pipes apart. I need 4-foot pipe wrenches because everyone has goddamn monkey paws. Even if I put all my weight into it, I still need help. But they just like to watch. Effing sadists. I also can never find a tool belt that fits. I don't care how many wheels you put on it. I can't push it. Pop rivets? Forget it. You need me to stand on something? Let me grab some tools to weigh me down. Also, bending conduit is an adventure. As some have stated, I'm a god in crawl spaces. They really don't bother me all that much. I'm also a savior because I always have a breaker bar with 6-point sockets. I have 6 chickens that scream. Every effing morning. Yes, but when someone has to crawl into a crawl space or attic, then you become the hero. Yeah, but when you're a firefighter, those aren't fun places to be sent. I don't think they're fun even when you're not a firefighter. Attics are never fun, always nervous about falling through ceiling. Crawls can be kind of neat sometimes, especially in older homes with odd geography and fauna. I still think about the movie Arachnophobia every single time I have to go into basement or attic. Stupid movie. Scarred me for life. I feel you, bro. I'm a diesel mechanic and I struggle sometimes. Don't be afraid to ask for help lifting things you only have one back. Even if you are bigger, you still only have one back. Don't push too hard if you can. Man, I worked at Home Depot and I could barely get the tall stepladders to lock. You have to stand on them and your body weight is supposed to lower the step/put the brakes on, but I usually had to bounce on the bottom step to get them to go down. Apparently 115 pounds is not enough to make those lock. I feel you. Used to work in a warehouse, 6 and 135 pounds, I am no longer that lean. F me trying to lift anything. I feel you, dude. It sucks lifting stiff that's almost as heavy as you. Lol. When I went to MEPS to see if I was eligible to join the military, they had to have me drink some water because I was underweight. I was 26 at the time. Yup, I worked aircraft maintenance for the USAF. I passed my PT test, but a bunch of daily tasks I literally didn't have the mass to accomplish on my own while my coworkers could. Hell, one day a girl I worked with tried pulling the "Can you do X? I'm a girl." I told her, "You've got easily 80 pounds on me, if you can't lift it, I certainly can't either." Man, I bet that woman appreciated your weight comment. They usually do. I get cold easily. No, that's not a joke. I lost tons of weight once, and one of the biggest changes I noticed the most was how cold I was all the time compared to before. The coldness and how uncomfortable everything is against my body. My first memory was during my weight loss journey in high school, and I leaned against a wall and I was floored at how uncomfortable it was against my shoulder and shoulder blades. Dude, I relate to this so freaking hard. I've always been into fitness, but I went from 260 chubby muscular to 160 like no body fat, and I physically can't do sit-ups anymore. The feeling of my uncushioned tailbone against the floor hurts something fierce. I also miss going outside in shorts during the winter. I've been super skinny all my life and could never understand how people can just do sit-ups on any floor that's not super soft. I always thought I had an abnormally long tailbone or something, but after reading this it makes sense that maybe I just don't have any natural cushion. Yup. I remember hating having to wear a t-shirt for middle school PE. I would always complain about being cold, and one day my best friend said, "It's just because you don't have any blubber." Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.